Now, the first trick women use to get away with cheating on my list today is being overly nice. Now, my kings, a lot of women actually get away with cheating because a lot of you kings do not realize these tricks. When a woman starts being overly nice, you need to check it out. Because most times it is because she has something that she's trying to hide. And most times that something is because she has literally just cheated on you. Now, women have the strategy of thinking they are very smart enough to outsmart you in such a way that you don't find out that they are cheating on you. So she starts to become overly nice so that you don't suspect that there is anything wrong. Now, there is nothing wrong with your woman being nice. So if you're looking at it just from the view of it, it is something you would want to just enjoy. After all, okay, she's being nice. She's gifting me here and there. She's the one setting up dates. She's the one planning meetups. She's the one planning vacations. Okay, that's really nice. It's something you want to enjoy. You want to be like, okay, whatever it is that is going on, I'm liking it. So that will shift your attention from ever suspecting that anything is wrong, which is the problem because that helps her get away with it. So if a woman is being overly nice, please look into it because most of the times it is because she's trying to hide the fact that she's cheating. Now, the next one is actually very closely related to the first point. That is being unnecessarily mean. Because even though a woman being extremely nice is actually a sign that she's trying to hide something, and most times trying to hide the fact that she's cheating, also being unnecessarily mean to you is another sign that she's probably cheating. This is because when a woman starts to realize that she's messing up in that sense where she's already cheating on you, she tries to push you away. That is what some women do. They try to guilt trip you into thinking that you are wrong about something or there is something you've done wrong. So they start to mistreat you, become unnecessarily mean to you over things that wouldn't even be an issue on a normal day. Things she wouldn't find as a problem before, she would now unnecessarily find them as a problem and be mean towards you because of those things. Why did you keep the stuff here? I've told you severally not to keep things here. She would just give you such mean attitudes that you begin to wonder what is wrong with your woman. And this will shift your attention from trying to find out if she has done something wrong to trying to find out if there is something you have done wrong that is making her react the way she's reacting. And because of this, she covers up her tracks and mostly always gets away with cheating. So as much as you're paying attention when your woman is being overly nice, you should also pay attention when she's being unnecessarily mean, because that is also another trick women use to get away with cheating. Another trick women use to get away with cheating is emotional manipulation. Now, my kings, it is a known fact that women are emotional, so it means that manipulating emotions is something we are very good at. So when a woman wants to get away with cheating, she can emotionally manipulate you, guilt trip you into thinking that you are rather the one who is wrong. Because here's the thing, the moment your partner starts cheating, this goes both ways, both for women and men. You kind of feel it. Something just tells you that this person is cheating. I don't know. It's just a natural instinct we have as human beings. And because your gut is telling you that this woman might be cheating, the next thing you would do is to try to find out if it is true, if what you're feeling is real. And now that is where she now starts to emotionally manipulate you into thinking that you're blaming her for something she has not done. She now starts to guilt trip you emotionally into thinking that you are doubting her. So she begins to portray it in such a way that it looks like you're the one who is trying to spoil the beautiful thing that you both share. And this can actually get to you because probably this woman might have never given you any reason to think that she's cheating. So The moment you start feeling that way and you start doubting her and start, trying to find out if what you feel is true, and then she starts to make you feel like you are the one trying to ruin things between you two, you might start to actually accept it and step back and think that maybe you're overthinking it. Maybe you're really the one who is trying to create a problem where there is none. And that is when she now, gets away with her cheating. So as much as your gut tells you that your partner might be cheating, please do not let any emotional manipulation get you to think that you're overthinking it. It is even better that you try and then you find out that you were really overthinking it than to not try at all and be in the dark and then get hurt even worse, because when you finally find out, or when the truth finally comes out, and then you remember the fact that you actually suspected it and did nothing about it, it makes you feel even worse. And the truth of the matter is, most times when your gut tells you something is wrong, something is usually wrong. Like 99.9% of the time, something is usually wrong. So do not just shove it aside. Do not let the emotional manipulation make you think that you're doing too much, or maybe that you're the one trying to ruin things. At least get to the root of it. Because like I already mentioned, most of the times, whatever you're feeling is actually reality. Another trick women use to get away with cheating is strategic transparency. Now, my kings, this is a situation where a woman acts transparent to the extent where you don't have any reason to doubt her. Remember, like I already mentioned, the moment something starts to seem off with your relationship with your woman, with your partner, you kind of feel it. Like something in you just knows that something is wrong, even if you can't place your hand on it. So the moment you notice that your woman starts to act like she's being transparent, actually, but when you really look at it, it is actually her being very strategic with her transparency. Where she still posts you, she still talks about you, she still shows up when you have plans. She still tries to be in the moment. But you notice that even in these transparencies, it still feels like something is missing. It still feels like you're losing out on something. Like, for example, your woman who would freely scroll through her feed with you and watch, whatever she's watching with you, now all of a sudden scrolls a bit and then stops scrolling, or scrolls a bit and scrolls past something really fast or really quickly. Now, don't get me wrong, there might be nothing wrong if this is happening with a woman who is not actually cheating. But the problem is, most of the times, once you're feeling that your gut feeling is already telling you that something is wrong, and you start seeing these things, pay attention to them. Because like I already mentioned, 99% of the time, your gut feeling is correct, it's right. So even though she doesn't completely, switch everything off on you, where it looks like she's now being overly protective, because these are the signs that are very obvious. If she's being overly protective with her phone, if she's trying to hide when she gets a call, she tries to hide when she hides to text, she doesn't freely open her DM or her feed around you. Those things are very obvious signs that she's cheating. So, but because this woman is trying to trick you into thinking she's not cheating, she is going to still seem transparent. She's still going to do her best to make sure that she maintains, whatever transparency she had with you before she started her cheating with you. So she's going to do them in subtle ways that are unsuspicious to you. That is why you need to pay attention. It might be in little things like a woman who didn't used to care when you had her phone with you, all of a sudden rushing over to you, even though she doesn't quickly take it, because if she immediately asks you questions about why you're holding her phone, or takes her phone from you immediately, you are going to suspect something is wrong. But she immediately rushes over to you whenever you have her phone and she's right there beside you. She stops whatever else she's doing and she's there with you. She's no longer comfortable having you have her phone with you for a long time. Whilst this is a woman who would probably not mind if you are even in another room with her phone, she will be somewhere else doing something. Now you see, these ones are subtle. It still seems like she's being transparent because though she's with you whilst you're with her phone, you're not going to suspect that she's there because she doesn't want you to be with her phone. Because she's just going to be there. But that is her strategic way of monitoring what you're doing with her phone without having to outrightly ask you that question that would make you suspect that something is wrong. So yes, my kings, strategic transparency is another trick women use to get away with cheating. Now, the last trick women use to get away with cheating on my list today is maintaining routine. Now, my kings, like I already mentioned, it is very obvious when a woman changes her routine or her actions towards you for you to know that something is definitely off. But for a woman who is trying to trick you to get away with her cheating, she's going to try as much as she can to keep the same routine. She's going to still meet you up when she would normally meet you up. She's still going to call when she's supposed to call. And even if for any reason she's not able to call, she's going to give you, she's going to communicate in such a way that you don't think anything is wrong, that you don't suspect anything is wrong. This is where a woman can be cheating on you, but she makes sure that when she meets with this other person, fits in with when she would normally maybe be at the gym, maybe be at work. You see, when your woman calls you and says, oh, you know she's supposed to be off work maybe in 15 minutes time, and then she calls and says, oh babe, I'll be spending an extra 20 because I have to finish up with this or that. These things don't sound suspicious because this is a woman who always keeps to her time. If she's going to be off work in 15, you know you're going to see her in 15. So if she calls and makes these few exceptions, you're not going to suspect anything. You're just going to think, oh, okay, take care of yourself. Please don't overwork yourself. You're even going to be concerned. You're not going to ever think that she's going to use that moment for anything extra. And that is what this woman wants you to think. She maintains the same routine so that you don't suspect that something is going on. And when I'm talking about getting away with cheating, I am not even talking about just getting away with the physical act of cheating. I'm talking about cheating starting from the emotional aspect. Women rarely cheat before emotions or without emotions. So most times, even before the real thing, like the physical, let me not say the real thing, the physical, because the emotional one is even more real. Before the physical thing happened, a woman already has cheated on you emotionally. She's already disconnected and plugged in somewhere else. So as much as she's still maintaining her routine, you're not going to suspect that anything is going on. So this is what women use to trick you into thinking nothing is wrong, because everything is still the same. And even the times that they are not the same, there are good excuses, good reasons why they are not the same. So you understand and you don't suspect anything at all. Now this is an extra one, my kings. This is where the woman tries to control and manage what your family and friends see so that there will be no suspicion. Now, this is where she performs in front of this close friends, these people who are close to your circle, whom she knows that if you start to suspect something, they might actually be the first set of people that you would ever discuss it with. Now she manages and controls what they see and know and think about her, where she portrays this love for you. She might even involve some of them to, maybe surprise you, do things for you, maybe discuss plans that she wants for you with these people in such a way that they go within themselves and they are like, oh, she loves him so much. She's so devoted and loyal to him. So that even when you do start to suspect something and you start to mention it to these people who are important in your circle, they would stand up for her because they have seen that to them, because that's what she has managed and controlled them to believe, that she's very loyal and dedicated to you. So this is like another way of manipulating things into getting away with cheating. Now this one is not you that she's manipulating, but she's likely to get to you through these people, because remember, these people are important people to you both. So when you start to suspect and you discuss with them and they debunk it, giving you reasons from what they know, you're likely going to just relax and be like, okay, these people don't see it. I don't think, maybe I'm overthinking it. And then she gets away with her cheating. So that's it for this video, my kings. These are 5 tricks women use to get away with cheating. Please do let me know if you found this video interesting and informative as well. Do watch, subscribe if you haven't done that already. Turn on the notification bell, like this video, drop a comment down below, share this video with your family and friends, and see you in the next one.